layup goes in. Holthouse gets himself 2 points on the board. 7-2 now the score. Bombers take the lead. We are live here for the Spartan Classic tip-off, and it's going to start off quick again. Connor Watson gives it over to Dion Doyle. Shot missed, rebounded. This is Ian Case now out in the corner. They're going to slow it down. Holthouse fakes a pass, throws it up, misses. Offensive rebound. Doyle gives it back up, goes down. Dion Doyle now 4 points on the day. 9-2 the score. Welcome in everybody watching. We are here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School watching the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Macomb Bombers versus West Prairie to start us off for this week full of basketball. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not on Thursday, celebrating Thanksgiving. Then Friday and Saturday, we got basketball this week. 4:08 on the clock left here in the first quarter. 4 minutes gone by. Had some technical issues getting it to go live, but we are here now. My name is Luke Little. Here with me today is my boss, actually. This is Dwayne Hulett, TSSR, bringing you coverage of BPC basketball. So far in the game today, 9-2 the score. Only points for West Prairie so far came from Braden Copeland. Deep 2-point shot just inside the three-point arc for the Macomb High Bombers. Started off scoring Dion Doyle. They had some bad misses first. Offensive rebounds strong. They got some tall players there with Doyle and Ian Case. Doyle has 4 points on the day so far. Drew Watson, 2 with a nice layup. Braden Holthouse has 2. He missed the 3 just earlier. Ian Case has 1. He went 1 for 2 from the line. West Prairie is going to be passing in the ball. Braden Copeland gives it in to Whitman. Whitman going to be the main point guard for West Prairie today. Guarded by Malachi Conley. Gives it in. This is number 34, Clayton Hunt. Looking around. Can't find anybody. He's going to get a 5-second if he doesn't get rid of it. And there it is. 5-second call against him. Good defense by the Bombers. Number 24, Jake Hobson, is in the game for the Bombers. Came in for Ian Case. Connor Watson, Drew Watson, not Connor Watson, that's his older brother, does not play for Macomb anymore. Drew Watson gives it in. Conley with it now, over to Hobson. Down low, Doyle wide open, big layup. He gets 2 more for the day. 11-2 now the score after the bucket by Dion Doyle inside. Going to have a long day down low if they can't figure out how to guard him. Big steal by Conley. Turnover by Whitman. Conley bringing it up now. Slows it back down. Kicks it over. This is Holthouse. Back to Malachi Conley. Up top, Hobson. Trying to get Doyle down low. Bad read. Gives it straight to the defense. Turnover on the Bombers. Bad turnover by Hobson. Trying to find Doyle down low. Couldn't get it to him. Now with the ball is Whitman. Guarded by Conley. Back over. This is Hunt. Gives it over. Andrew Hunt now with the ball. The pass is almost stolen away. Saved. Ryan Clark has it again. Trying to find somebody. Stopped right as he crossed midcourt. They give it back to Clark. Over. This is Andrew Hunt. Trying to find something. Almost got called for the travel pass. Stolen away. Saved with West Prairie. He gets up off the ground, so that's going to be a clear and easy travel call to make for the referees. Some subs come into the game. Number 20, Ian Case, comes back into the game for Dion Doyle. And for West Prairie, number 35, Eli DeCounter, comes into the game as well. Malachi Conley going to head out as number 3, Connor Bishop, comes into the game, the senior. 2:44 on the clock. Almost through the first quarter here. 11-2 the score. 1 foul on the Cyclones on the game so far today. Holthouse is going to bring it up. Gives it over to Bishop. Looking for somebody. Finds Ian Case down low. Turnaround jumper. Nice fadeaway. Good shot there by Ian Case. Stolen away quick. This is Holthouse now with it. Bombers get a quick turnover. Ian Case gives it up top to Bishop. Looking. Finds Case again down low. He gets 2 more points. 5 quick points there for Ian Case. Only about 10 seconds went off between Case getting 4 points right there. Whitman with it, loses control, saved by Braden Copeland over in the corner. Guarded by Watson. Nice drive to the free throw line, turnaround jumper. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Case. Case going to push it up. Sees something he likes, gives it to Bishop. Bishop finds nice little feed to Hobson, misses the tough layup. Good defense there by West Prairie. The Cyclones, great D there. Number 35, Eli DeCounter. Cyclones with it now. trying to get something going. Great pass down low and an easy bucket for Ryan Clark. Gets 2 points for himself back on the board. 15-4 now the score, 1:30 on the clock. Holthouse going to be bringing it up. Feeds it over to Drew Watson. Nice deep three off the front of the rim. Fight for the ball. Offensive rebound tipped around. Ian Case gets it. Watson fakes the three, drives in. Nice little fake pass to Hobson, and Hobson knocks it down. Jake Hobson gets his first points of the game with that nice bucket. Had a tough shot earlier, didn't quite fall. He gets on the board here. 1:05 on the clock, 17-4. Bombers beating the Cyclones. Pass down low. Brings it out to the three-point line. This is Copeland with the ball. Drive. Finds his partner down low. That's Ryan Clark. Back up to Copeland. Whitman now with the ball, guarded by Bishop. Almost got a 5-second call there. Nice little mid-range jumper. Knocks it down. Braden Copeland has 4 on the game now with that bucket. 17-6, 36 seconds left here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Holthouse with the ball, gives it over to Case. Macomb could be trying to get the last shot off here. No shot clock. They can take as much time as they want. Gives it down low. This is Ian Case. Ian Case, nice little fake. Takes the jumper, misses, rolls out of the rim. 15 seconds left on the clock. Good rebound by West Prairie. Could have been a quick shot there, but he thought he had something he liked. Didn't go down for him. Copeland now with the ball, the leading scorer for West Prairie. Nice feed down low to Clark. Misses, rebounded by Case. 3 seconds on the board. Half-court shot here from Ian Case. That's going to be way short. No good. 17-6 the score at the end of the first quarter here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. First game of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic.
Game being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital, their athletic trainers and rehabilitation center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to all area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. And all Bombers sports are brought to you on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort.
Those are our sponsors here today and all season long. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, bringing you high school basketball in your local area. 8 minutes on the clock. Bombers 17-6 on top of the Cyclones now. Got a sub in for the Cyclones. Number 2, Xavier Hilton coming into the game. Looking around, gives it down low to Copeland. Copeland, 4 points on the game. Gives it back out to Hinton. Nice little feed over to Copeland. Gives it back up top. Stolen away. Ian Case, he's on the fast break. Nice steal. Tried to throw it down. Misses on the dunk. No good.
He actually laid it up and then grabbed the rim. He never had the ball above the rim. He laid it up before he even
He was
tried
throwing
to
some down pregame. I wouldn't be surprised if we got to see him at least try one here today.
He lost it on the way up.
Cyclones now with it. Step back, no good, and that's going to be an easy travel call for the refs on that one. Xavier Hilton commits his first turnover of the game with that travel call. Holthouse going to pass it in here. Gives it to Malachi Conley, but he's going to give it right back. Now bringing up the ball, Holthouse. Back to Conley, over on the top of the wing. Dion Doyle. Nice action from Dion Doyle today. Takes a jab step, and that's going to be a travel call. Could have been a travel or a jump ball call, most likely. Travel's the right call, I believe. It's going to be another turnover on the Bombers. West Prairie has the ball. 7 minutes on the clock. Hilton going to be bringing it up. Back over to number 23, Copeland. Guarded by Holthouse. Bombers done a great job so far today on the defense, forcing a lot of turnovers from West Prairie here today. Nice little feed down low to Hilton. Turnaround jumper, long, no good. Rebounded by Ian Case. Case on the day so far has 5 points. Holthouse back to Case. Thinks about the three, no good. Free throw line, gives it out to the corner. Holthouse three-pointer, misses. Offensive rebound, good rebound here by Langdon Lambert. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer, Eden Case, no good. Doyle now on the offensive rebound, and finally they get one to fall down. Dion Doyle, 2 more points, 8 on the day. 6:15 on the clock, 19-6 to score. Big turnover again. Malachi Conley, nice one-hand pass up to Dion Doyle. Will he throw it down in? It's a one-hand slam from Dion Doyle. Gets up and throws it down. 2 more points for that man. Hilton now with it again. Macomb benefiting a lot on these fast breaks after the turnovers. Nice little drive here. Tough shot, though. Defensive rebound by Doyle. Doyle gives it to Holthouse. That's going to be an easy foul to call. Eli to counter. Probably upset about that shot he just took. It's going to be the first foul of the quarter against West Prairie or for either team. Jake Hobson going to come into the game for the Bombers. Drew Watson also going to make his appearance here in the second quarter. Gives it into Case. Back to Watson. Case, nice little fake pass. Spin move. Great pass to Jake Hobson. Tough layup. He's going to be fouled. He's going to head to the line for 2 shots. Black foul on number 33, Brady Cordell. That's going to be his first foul of the game. Second one on the Cyclones here in this quarter. First free throw by Jake Hobson is up. Rattles around the rim, falls down. He's got himself 3 points on the day with that one. Macomb so far today has missed a couple of free throws. Hobson trying to go perfect from the line here. Knocks down the second one. Nothing too great looking, but they roll in. You'll count them anyways. 23-6 now the score. 5:30 on the clock. Conley giving some pressure. Now Case on D. Watson on the ball. Gives it over. This is to Whitman. Whitman guarded by Conley. They've been battling all day. Whitman trying to look around, and that's going to be another 5-second call against West Prairie, the second one of this first half. Another turnover against West Prairie, and they can't seem to get out of this rut, kicking themselves when they're down already. 23-6 the score. Number 34, Clayton Hunt, going to come into the game. He's going to come in for number 25, Andrew Hunt. Drew Watson going to be passing in the ball here for Macomb. 2 points on the game for Watson. Conley now with it. No points yet. Trying to get on the scoreboard here. Watson gives it to Case. Down low, this is going to be Conley. Conley shoots, scores, and he gets right on the board, right on cue. 2 points for Malachi Conley. 25-6 now the score. 5 minutes on the clock, almost halfway through the second quarter. Nice little drive here from Whitman. Right-hand layup, good. Good finger roll. He gets on the board there with that layup. Quick move here by Watson. Down to Doyle. Doyle's going to get fouled. Layup's no good. He's going to head to the line for 2 free throws. Dion Doyle having some struggle in the lane every now and then. Some bad misses, but he's going to be there for the offensive rebounds all day long. Tallest player on the court other than maybe his teammate Ian Case. First free throw, no good, off the back of the rim. 2 subs coming in here for the Macomb High Bombers. Number 3, Connor Bishop, and number 25, Lincoln Lambert. He's going to come in for Dion Doyle, staying off to the side right now. Doyle here for the second free throw. It's up, and it rolls in. Doyle comes out of the game. Langdon Lambert heads on in. Passing in the ball now for West Prairie, number 34, Clayton Hunt. They need to get something going here before the end of the half. Currently down 18 to the Bombers. Bombers very athletic and aggressive team on defense. Almost get another steal there. Good pass down low. Tough shot. Great block by Malachi Conley. They're on a fast break. This is Bishop with the ball over to Watson. Watson drive. Layup misses. Rebounded. Conley up. No good. The tip is no good. Hobson now with it. His layup's no good either. Good job for West Prairie to front a solid D there. No points scored for Macomb. Now trying to come back here with some points of their own. To counter with the ball, looking around, can't find anything. Gives it out to Whitman now. Whitman 2 points on the game here after that layup. He drives around on Watson. He's going to fall down. Could have been a foul, possibly. Gives it up to Watson now. Fast break layup. That's an easy one for Drew Watson. 4 points on the game for the sophomore. Bringing up the ball now, number 30, Cole Cordell here. Turns it over right away. Macomb with it. This is going to be Jake Hobson. Easy layup for Hobson. He gets 2 more points, and West Prairie is struggling to get out of this turnover rut here at Bushnell-Prairie City. Macomb doing a great job here today, getting the turnovers, forcing the turnovers. We're going to take a quick break here in BPC at the Spartan Classic tip-off. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll be right back.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Bombers Sports presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. We're here at the BPC Spartans Tip-Off Classic. There we go. Got it right that time. For the first matchup of the week between the West Prairie Cyclones and the Macomb High Bombers. West Prairie down 30-8 currently, 22-point deficit for them. Pass down low, no good. Another turnover against West Prairie. Connor Watson going to be bringing up the wall. Drew Watson, correction. Holthouse with it. Drive baseline, right-hand layup, left side is good for Holthouse. 4 points on the day for him. 32-8 now the score. 3 minutes left until halftime. Bombers trying to go 1-0 in this round-robin tournament here in Bushnell-Prairie City. They're going to call a foul here on number 12, Braden Holthouse. It's going to be the team's first of the quarter. Holthouse's first of the game.
I'm going to tell you, Cyclone Sports brought to you on TSSR Game Time Live by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. We'll tell you more about them in just a few minutes.
Turnover almost. Connor Bishop had a hand on it, but lost control. They're going to end up calling a jump ball, and it is going to go with the Bombers.
So it ends up being a turnover after all.
It turns turnover afterwards. Bombers doing a great job on defense, getting in every single lane. Hands are active here today. Bishop with the ball over on the corner. Gives it up to Watson. Watson over to Holthouse. Holthouse 4 points on the day today. Finds Drew Watson down low. Layup is good. Drew Watson now 6 on the day, 4 here in this quarter. 2:30 left on the clock. Whitman's going to be bringing up the ball here for West Prairie. 4 subs going to come in for Macomb during the next dead ball. Almost a full team swap. Copeland with the ball now for West Prairie. Gives it up to Ryan Clark. Back to Copeland. Copeland still the leading scorer for West Prairie. Has 4 points. 0 here in this quarter. Gives it over. This is Hunt. Andrew Hunt with the ball, top of the key. Trying to find somebody. Gives it to Whitman. Almost stolen away. Wasted about 30 seconds so far on this possession. Nice little drive from Andrew Hunt. Left-hand layup. No good off the back of the board. Holthouse is going to turn it over quick on the fast break. Copeland with it. Nice in-and-out move. Drive. Left-hand layup blocked. Jake Hobson with the good defense. Here's your 4 subs for the Macomb High Bombers. Holthouse, the only one staying in. Malachi Conley comes in. Dion Doyle, Ian Case, and number 30, D. Markey, going to come into the game for the Bombers. Give it in, number 32. This is going to be Ryan Clark. Gives it up
to
great defense by Doyle. Saved again by Braden Holthouse. That length down low is going to be a struggle here today for West Prairie all game long. Pass down to Holthouse, turnover, going to go back for West Prairie.
Unfortunately for West Prairie, length is going to be a problem on a lot of nights, I'm afraid. They're not real tall. They're going to have to use some shooting and some speed, which they do have some speed, and they have some good ball handlers. You know, they'd like to have a little more height, but when you don't have that, you have to find other things to work, and I'm sure the coaching staff will do that throughout the year.
Haven't made a 3-ball yet here today. Could be something they look for in the future. Turnover again, Dion Doyle with the ball. 1:05 on the clock. Pass over to Conley. Conley dribbling around. Finds Holthouse. Holthouse going to take that open three-pointer. That's going to fall in. Holthouse with the three-pointer.
A sports corner 3 for Braden Holthouse.
Sports corner 3. 37-8 now the score. Up 29 against West Prairie. 43 seconds on the clock. Drive blocked by Ian Case.
You know, part of the problem is they're going up. They're not going up strong. You know they're going to be there. You know they're going to be active and trying to block shots, draw some contact, try to get them into foul trouble. The Cyclones have not been doing that. They've just been trying to get around them or loft it up over the top of them, and it's not working. I think you probably see them in the second half try to draw some contact, get some fouls. If you're going to get blocked, at least try to get a foul out of it.
With this height that the Bombers have, maybe you see a lot of the time taller players get aggressive jumping the ball, need those big jumps. As there's a big turnover. Number 30, this is DeMarkey going to get his first points. Misses, though. Almost got the putback. No good.
Doyle missed the putback dunk.
This is going to be out of bounds, going to stay here with Prairie. As I was saying before, those taller players, they seem to like to jump a lot when you pump fake. They like to get those big blocks. And maybe they need to implement a little more pump fakes, but I like where you're going with the contact. Get to the line. Don't let time run off the clock. Get to the line. Get some free points.
Well, if you get the fouls on the big guys aren't in the game anymore. That's the biggest thing. You know, you try to work your way into where you have more of an advantage, or at least somewhat of an advantage.
There's a nice little turnaround jumper. No good. Whitman misses, rebounded. Ian Case now on the drive. Fast break, left-hand layup. Doesn't even hit the backboard. Dion Doyle now, layup missed, rebounded. Ian Case, he goes up with it, and they're going to call out of bounds. It hit the back of the backboard. 4.7 seconds on the clock here. Going to try to get as good of a shot as they can here. West Prairie's going to bring in number 30, Cole Cordell, to come in. Conley going to put some pressure here on the inbound. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Going to go up for it, doesn't even get it off in time. Made it anyways. Braden Copeland's shot does not count. 38-8. Bombers are up 29 points here on the Cyclones at Bushnell-Prairie City.
So we'll take a break, and we have an halftime interview from McDonough District Hospital that we'll play as well. You're watching Cyclones Sports, brought to you by McDonough Telephone Cooperative, and Bomber Sports, brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So Physician and Provider Recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff
Sure.
like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a fourth generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a fourth generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being fourth generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story. You love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. Not sure why I said that. They play later today in the third game against the BPC Spartans. Brought to you by McDonough Telephone Co-op. Some halftime stats for both of these teams. I should also say Macomb High Bombers Sports, presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. For the West Prairie Cyclones, some halftime stats. 8 points on the game so far. Ryan Clark, number 32, has 2 points for their team so far. Whitman has himself 2 points as well. That's number 10. Their leading scorer for the game, number 23, Braden Copeland, has 4 points. All coming from the first quarter. For the Macomb High Bombers, they got 6 people on the scoreboard, 37 points on the day. Malachi Conley has himself 2 points coming in the second quarter. Ian Case has 5, all coming in the first. Jake Hobson has 6. Drew Watson has 6 as well. Holt House has 7. And the leading scorer for the Macomb High Bombers, Dion Doyle, with 11 points so far on the game today. 6 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. Macomb's done a great job so far in this matchup here today, getting those turnovers, forcing them, and getting on those fast breaks where they have scored on multiple occasions. 48 seconds until we come back from this halftime break. We're going to take a quick commercial break here in a second. We'll be right back for the second half of action in the first game for the Spartan Tip-Off Classic here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. We'll be right back.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back in. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Macomb High Bombers Sports, presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Both teams in their huddle right now, and we're getting ready to come out of the break for this second half of action here today. 37-8 the score. It's going to be the start of the third quarter. Macomb going to start on defense. Number 23, Braden Copeland's going to be inbounding the ball to number 10, Whitman. Third quarter of action underway, 16 minutes away from the end of the first matchup here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. With the ball now, it's Copeland over on the corner. Leading scorer turns it over quick. Dion Doyle with the ball. Gives it over to Drew Watson. Macomb now on the fast break. Conley with it. Nice pass down low. Holt House layup, no good. Offensive rebound, Dion Doyle looking around, gives it over to Conley. Conley, nice little swing. Layup off the backboard, no good. Offensive rebound, Dion Doyle stripped away by Copeland. Copeland, nice drive, going to get fouled on his way to mid-court. This is going to be on Malachi Conley. That's going to be his first. His first of the game, team's first of the quarter here today. Cyclones have 0 right now. Quick turnover again. Holt House on the drive. Layup, right-hand layup, left side is good. Holt House gets the first points of the third quarter here for the Bombers. They take a 39-8 score. Nice pass over to Copeland. Looking around, tries to find his teammate inside. This is going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay. It's actually going to go with the Bombers. Good turnover for them. 7 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. 39-8. of 31 points right now on the Cyclones. Malachi Conley with the ball. Nice pass down low to Drew Watson, guarded by Whitman. Back out to Dion Doyle. Doyle over to Holthouse. Case now with it. Nice little feed over to Holthouse, and he knocks it down. Good layup there by Braden Holthouse. Assist by Ian Case. 41-38 the score. Now with it, it's Ryan Clark. Almost got called for the 5 seconds. Nice little turnaround. Gives it over to his teammate. Back out. This is Copeland. Guarded by Drew Watson. Dribbling around up top. Picks up his dribble. Gives it over to the middle. Back out up top is Andrew Hunt. Andrew Hunt, nice pump fake. Leans over. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Number 34, Clayton Hunt. Now back in the corner. Whitman knocks it down. Sports corner 3 for Whitman. And the Cyclones get on the board here in the second half. 41-11 now the score. 5:47 on the clock. Watson with the ball. Gives it up top. Holthouse is going to take the deep 3. He answers right back with a 3 of his own. He has 7 points here in the third quarter. 44-11 now the score. Whitman with the ball. Gives it in to Andrew Hunt. He's going to go right through his legs. He's going to get fouled. And Gay's going to get fouled by Andrew Hunt. Reached down for the ball. Got swung around. It's going to be the first team foul on the Cyclones here in this half. Drew Watson now with it. 5:20 on the clock here in the third. Gives it to Conley. Down low. Nice feed to Drew Watson. Reverse layup is good. Drew Watson now 8 points on the day. Here's a timeout here from the West Prairie Cyclones. We're going to head to a quick break. First timeout here of the second half, so we're going to take a break here as well. We'll be right back here. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LG Insurance. Macomb High Bomber Sports presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. We'll be right back.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Macomb High Bomber Sports presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. West Prairie BPC Sports presented by McDonough Telephone Co-op. West Prairie's going to start with the ball here after the timeout. 11-46 the score. Bombers with a solid lead going into the last 5 minutes of the third quarter. Whitman with the ball, guarded by Conley. Going to give it top of the free throw line. Trying to find somebody, doesn't see anything. Guarded by Doyle. He's going to get a 5-second called on him. Almost. Nice steal by Holthouse. Watson saves it, rolls around, over to Ian Case. Looking around, doesn't find anybody. Watson's going to take that wide open 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Dion Doyle with it. And they're going to slow it back down. Holthouse likes to shoot that deep 3 ball. Made one earlier in this quarter already. Watson with it. He's going to hand it off to Holthouse. Back out to Watson. 2-man game. Case comes up. Motion offense. Screen down low to Doyle. They give it to him. He's going to take a nice little baby hook shot, and it goes in. Dion Doyle gets his first 2 points of the half. 48-11 now the score. Halfway through the third quarter. Another turnover steal for Braden Holthouse on the drive. Right-hand layup is good. Holthouse 2 more here for the quarter. 9 here on the quarter for Holthouse. Another steal for Holthouse. Tipped by Case. Nice pass to Dion Doyle. Pump fakes off the backboard. No good. Tipped by Malachi Conley. Offensive rebound. Bounces around. Throws it in. Andrew Hunt saves it. Gives it up top. This is Ryan Clark on the drive. They're going to call a foul here on Drew Watson. 2 shots going to come the Cyclones' way. 50-11 the score here. Trying to tack on 2 more was Ryan Clark. First one is no good. 4 subs coming into the game for the Bombers. Number 25, Langdon Lambert. Number 24, Jake Hobson. Number 3, Connor Bishop. And number 32, DeMarkey. Ryan Clark missed the first one. Trying to make the second here. 50-11 the score. Bounces around the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Bombers. Pushing it up, Bishop now with the ball. Gives it over to DeMarchi. Back to Conley. Conley staying out on the floor. The rest of the starters moved off. Playing a 2-3 zone here, West Prairie. Gives it over to Bishop. Back to Conley. Swinging around, finds in the middle. DeMarchi over at the elbow of the 3-point line. Just trying to swing it around, find something. Bishop fakes baseline. Nice little mid-range jumper. A little long. Rebounded by Eli to counter. West Prairie's back on the offensive drive now. Copeland with the ball. He's going to give it over to his teammate, number 30. That's Cole Cordell. No points on the game yet for Cordell. Tries to get 2 here. Misses. Rebounded by Bishop. Bishop on the nice fast break. Doesn't find anything. Gives it over to DeMarchi. Still playing that 2-3 zone. Gives it to the middle. Finds Hobson down low. Misses. Fights for the ball. It's a little bit of a scramble. Hobson with it. That's going to be a timeout. They're going to give the timeout here to Macomb after the scramble on the ground. 52-11 the score. 2:33 left on the clock here at Bushnell-Prairie High School for the matchup. The first matchup of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. We got the Macomb High Bombers versus West Prairie. Later tonight, the third game of the day will be the West Hancock Titans versus the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans. Stick around. All 3 games broadcasted, all games all week broadcasted here on TSSR Game Time Live. Again, they play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. No games on Thursday, celebrating Thanksgiving. Combs going to get the ball coming out. Good offensive rebound by Hobson. Smart timeout as well. Still playing that 2-3 zone. Conley's going to inbound it. Gives it in to Langdon Lambert. Gives it back over. Swinging it around now. Back over. Number 3 now with the ball. Connor Bishop. Conley with it. Gives it in. Nice pass down to Conley. Conley's shot is good. Great 2-man game there. Conley drives into the lane, open spot. Gets 2 for himself. Another steal here. This is DeMarchi on the drive. Left hand layup, no good. Rebounded to Conley. Tip, no good. Rebounded again. No good on the third try. You thought it'd be 3rd time's the charm. Not it. 52-11 now the score. Still, after those 3 misses. Nice little pass inside to West Prairie. Offensive rebound, Conley. Conley on the drive. 2 versus 5. He decides to pull it back out. Great defense here by Copeland. Gives it in. This is Hobson now with it, and they're going to slow it down. Gives it over to Bishop. Bishop over to Markey. Down low. Hobson. Nice little layup. Langdon Lambert gets 2 points on the board. Malachi Conley with it. Looked like he was almost trying to draw a foul. Looked confused when he looked down at his hands, but he's going to come out of the game now. Number 4, Cooper Hobson, going to come into the game. Number 2, Xavier Hilton at the free throw line. 3 fouls now on the Bombers. 1 on the Cyclones. First free throw by Hilton. Off the front of the rim, no good. Still trying to get his first points of the game here from the line. Second free throw coming. 1:21 on the clock in the third. Second free throw, no good. Defensive rebound, Jake Hobson. That drive results in 0 points for West Prairie. And that's an easy call there for the officials. Travel by DeMarchi. Another turnover by the Bombers. Been kind of sloppy with the ball every now and then. I've gotten a lot of steals, though, in the game today. West Prairie struggling to hold on to the ball. DeMarchi, good defense. That's going to be a foul call Fourth now on the team. First one on DeMarchi. Tommaso DeMarchi gets his first foul of the game. 1:07 on the clock here in the third. Handed into Hilton. Flirting with a backcourt violation there. Cyclones with the ball. Nice little drive, nice little feed down low. Kicks it outside. Open three. Copeland's going to take it off the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Clayton Hunt. Gives it back out to Copeland. Copeland on the baseline drive. Turnaround jumper. Had a window that wasn't really there. Tried to fit it. Only tipped away. Doesn't result in a turnover. Going to stay with West Prairie. 42 seconds on the clock. 54-11 the score. Passing in the ball is Cole Cordell. Gives it into Hilton. Bringing it up the court now. Guarded by DeMarchi. Over. Now guarded by Cooper Hobson. Trying to look for something. That's an easy 5-second call there. Again, the third one of the game as number 30, Cole Cordell, takes a shot, makes it, but a little too late. 28 seconds left on the clock here. Bishop's going to be passing in the ball. Bombers elected to shoot it last time they were in this position. We'll see what they do here. DeMarchi's going to release it here from three. No good. Defensive rebound by DeCounter. 14 seconds on the clock. 54-11. Copeland with the ball. Step back three. Decides not to take it. Gives it back to DeCounter. 4 seconds on the clock. Drive three. Layup is good. One. That's going to be the buzzer. Braden Copeland gets 2 more points for himself at the end of the third quarter. Great show in that quarter there from Braden Holthouse. 9 points altogether. He had 7 in the first, has 16 overall now on the game here today. 54-13 the score. Cyclones trying to get something here going into this last quarter of action. I'd like to thank everybody for joining and watching. Hope you guys stick around and watch with us all week long for this Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Macomb versus West Prairie, the first matchup, been saying this a lot, first matchup of the week. First game started at around 4:30. Got 2 more games here tonight at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. That's the buzzer, and we're going to get underway here for the fourth quarter of action. 54-13, 8 minutes left on the clock. Cyclones down 54-13 against the Bombers. Bombers going to start on defense here. Cyclones with the ball. This is going to be Cole Cordell passing in the ball. Gives it over to Hilton. And we are underway. Last quarter of action. Almost a travel call. Good defense there by number 23. That's Martin Polk Jr. making his first appearance of the day. Subs in for Jake Hobson. Good defense again there by Nolan Hogue. He's making his first appearance as well. Bishop gives it over. This is to Hobson, Cooper Hobson, and he turns it over right away. Hilton with the ball on the drive now. It's Copeland. Copeland loses it. Passes it over to his teammate. Ball's up in the air. Copeland stays with it. He's going to slow it down. He's guarded by DeMarchi now. He's going to give it over to Cole Cordell. Cordell screen here by DeCounter. DeCounter rolls out to 3. Doesn't get it. Good defense there by Polk Jr. Jump ball. It's going to go with the Bombers as Cordell falls to the floor. Macomb probably not going to see their starters for the rest of their day today, giving them some much-needed rest. Got a lot of games in a row here this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Some rest is for sure needed. Nice little jumper there by number 40, Cooper Hobson. He gets on the board. What a shot. 6:35 now on the clock. Hilton with the ball. He gives it over to his teammate. This is Cordell now. Screen by DeCounter coming. Looks for the counter, rolling, doesn't give it to him. Now back to him. Nice little pass. No good, though. Doesn't hold on to it. Another turnover. Polk Jr. now with the ball. Gives it up to DeMarchi. Over to Bishop. Bishop's going to take that green light three. No good. Defensive rebound now. Cole Cordell. 6 minutes on the clock. 56-13 the score. He's going to give it over to Clayton Hunt. Looking around is the counter. Can't find anybody. Decides to take it in himself. Now looking around again. Finds Copeland on the nice little jumper. Copeland gets 2 more, 8 more on the day there for Braden Copeland after that make. 15-56 now the score. Polk Jr. with the ball. Top of the screen. Good defense by Copeland. Turnover for West Prairie. Fourth quarter of action. 5:26 on the clock. Hilton with the ball. Looking around. Guarded by Polk Jr. Good defense. Nolan Hogue with on defense now. Guarding the counter. Swinging around. A little bit of motion. Copeland with it. Tries to do behind the back. Loses control of it a little bit. West Prairie with it. Motion style of offense here. Drive, kick out. Three-pointer. Copeland bounces around the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Got to get fouled. He's going to head to the line for 2. That's Clayton Hunt on the nice offensive rebound. No points yet for him here today. He's going to try to get 2 at the line. We got a sub coming into the game. Number 10. This is going to be Whitman coming back. Number 13, James Reynolds is actually for West Prairie. Number 13 for Macomb. Isaac House tried to come into the game. They told him not yet. Everybody will make an appearance here for Macomb as Isaac House comes into the game now. Comes in for Connor Bishop. And everybody from the Bomber team has made an appearance here at the Spartan Tip-Off Classic Game 1. First free throw was missed. Second one also a miss here for Clayton Hunt, but a good offensive rebound. He recovers it, gives it up to Whitman. Whitman drive, kicks it out. This is the counter. Jumper knocks it down. The counter gets his first points of the game. 3:50 on the clock here. DeMarchi with the ball, gives it to Polk Jr. Back up to House, no good. Steal, Copeland with it. Drive, layup, good. 2 more points for Braden Copeland. 10 now on the game. Hobson now with it. Cooper Hobson, I should say. Isaac House now passes it over. Over in the corner. This is Cooper Hobson. Gives it back up top to DeMarchi. Nice little crossover. Euro step layup, no good. Wanted the foul. Does not get it. Good defense there by West Prairie. 3:15 on the clock. 56-19 the score. Nice little drive here from Hilton. Layup, no good. Defensive rebound by Cooper Hobson. Gives it over to DeMarchi. They're going to slow it down here. Gives it over. This is number 40. Now down low. Over to Nolan Hogue. And this is going to be a backcourt violation. Isaac House elects not to touch it, so it's just going to go out of bounds. Clock is counting down. Continuous clock here. 56-19 score. 2:37 and counting. Cole Cordell is going to pass in the ball into Whitman. West Prairie is just going to try to get something going for the rest of the week here. Get some momentum going. Probably not going to win the game today, but try to win some more in the coming week. Layup good and foul. Clayton Hunt, first points of the game. He's heading back to the line, 0 for 2 so far. Trying to get one more on this old-fashioned three-point play. 21-56, team second. West Prairie has none here in the fourth quarter. Got a couple of subs here for West Prairie. Number 13, James Reynolds comes into the game for Whitman. Clock counting 1:40 now. Free throw, no good. Defensive rebound by Polk Jr. Good job to box out. Marchie's going to be bringing up the ball now. Gives it over now, swinging it around. This is Isaac House, gives it to Polk Jr., almost stolen away. Isaac House with it. Almost could have been a foul call, doesn't get it. Instead, another turnover here by West Prairie. Layup by Nolan Hogue is good. He knocks Nolan Hogue. Layup is good. 1:14 on the clock. West Prairie now with the ball. Swinging around, 58-21 the score. Nice little long two-point shot, no good. Reynolds with it now. Kicks it back out to Hilton. Nice little drive layup, no good. Offensive rebound again by Hilton. And that's going to be a turnover. Fast break turnover by the Bombers, and the clock is underway. Going to get one more sub here. Blake Arnold going to head into the game for West Prairie as Xavier Hilton heads to the bench. All but over now, under a minute to play. Macomb's going to have a 1-0 record. West Prairie is going to be 0-1 here in the Spartan tip-off clock. Number 41, Jair Flora Durham in the game here for West Prairie as well. Gives it down low. Layup, no good. Offensive rebound, fighting for it. Hook shot, no good. Kept it again. Layup, no good. Another offensive rebound for West Prairie. Elbow line jumper, bounces, no good again. 10 seconds now on the clock. They're going to be passing it in 5 seconds now. About to run out of time. They give it in. Three-point shot blocked by Polk Jr., and that's going to be the end of the game. 58-21 is the score. West Prairie has an 0-1 record now in the tournament. Bombers go 1-0 so far in the round robin. We got about 15-20 minutes until the second game starts. We'll have the coverage for that here on TSSR Game Time Live. We'll head to a quick break, and we'll be right back for some end-of-the-game stats for both teams. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, Macomb High Bomber Sports, presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. We'll be right back.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back in. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. My name's Luke Little. Final score 58-21 in the first game. Bombers versus the Cyclones. Final game stats for both of the teams. For the West Prairie Cyclones, with 2 points on the day, Ryan Clark has two more players with him who had two, Clayton Hunt and Eli DeCounter. 5 points, Whitman, and the leading scorer for West Prairie on the day was Braden Copeland with 10. For the Macomb High Bombers, Nolan Hogue had a pair along with Langdon Lambert. With 4 points on the day was Malachi Conley. Cooper Hobson also had two in the game. 5 points, Ian K. 6. Jake Hobson, 4. 8 points, Drew Watson, 13. Dion Doyle, and the leading scorer for the game today and for the Macomb High Bombers, 16 points, Braden Holthouse. Seemed like the length was struggle for West Prairie all game long. Defense strong for Macomb. Got a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers from West Prairie. Resulted in a lot of fast break points for the Bombers. They get the win. We're getting ready here for the second matchup of the day. We're going to close this stream down and open up another one. So be sure to head over there to watch it for the second game of the day. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance, Macomb High Bomber Sports presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, and Bushnell-Prairie City Sports presented by McDonough Telephone Co-op. That's it from game 1. Get ready for game 2. Illini West is playing in game 2. That's it from the first game. We'll be right back in about 15 minutes for the second.